What if one of the greatest forms of self-care isn't doing more? It's deciding what no longer deserves your energy. Welcome to 1012 Expressions, the home of the 1012 Collective. This is more than just a space. It is a sanctuary, a philosophy. It is a quiet rebellion against the noise of a world that constantly demands more from you, and a gentle return to the one person who matters most, you. We created this collective as a dedicated haven for the modern woman who seeks not to add more to her life, but to deepen the quality of it. It's for the woman who understands that true power isn't loud, but is found in the stillness, in the intentional pause, in the conscious choice to turn inward. Here, we guide you on a journey to awaken, rise, and radiate. This is our foundational promise. To awaken is to gently peel back the layers of who you were told you should be, and to finally meet the woman you truly are. It's an awakening to your own needs, your own voice, your own unwavering truth, separate from the expectations of others. To rise is the practice that follows. It is the conscious work of building emotional resilience, of setting boundaries with grace, and of cultivating a profound sense of self-worth that is not dependent on external validation. It is the active process of choosing yourself again and again. And to radiate, that is the beautiful result of this inner work. It is not about seeking the spotlight, but about becoming the light. It's an effortless luminescence that comes from a place of deep inner peace and alignment. It's the quiet confidence you exude when you are living as the highest and most authentic expression of yourself. This journey isn't about achieving perfection. It's about pursuing alignment. It's about creating a life that not only looks good on the outside, but feels deeply, soulfully good on the inside. The cornerstone of our community is our weekly rhythm, our shared ritual, self-care. Sunday. Every Sunday, we gather as a collective to anchor our week in intention. This is our time to learn, to reflect, and to equip ourselves with the tools needed to navigate the world with poise and wisdom. We explore what it truly means to protect the woman we are becoming. This protection isn't about building walls, but about curating our energy. It's learning to discern what deserves our response and what is best met with our silence. It's practicing the art of letting go, of opinions that don't serve us, of conflicts that drain us, and of the exhausting need to prove our worth. The benefits of this practice extend far beyond a single day. You'll find yourself moving through your week with more clarity and less reactivity. You'll build a stronger connection to your intuition, making decisions that honor your peace. And you will be held by a community of like-minded women who are on the very same path. Women who celebrate your growth, understand your challenges, and champion your evolution without judgment. We are not here to compete. We are here to complete our own journeys together. If you feel a pull towards this way of being, if you are ready to stop chasing and start attracting, you are ready to become a 1012 woman, then welcome home. In the quiet architecture of a well-tended life, we learn to build walls not of exclusion, but of protection. We learn to curate our inner space with the same care we give our outer world. This curation begins with a simple, powerful understanding. You do not have to respond to everything. Your energy is a finite, precious resource. Where you invest it determines the quality of your peace. Consider this. Not every opinion deserves an explanation. People will have thoughts about your life, your choices, your path. They are filtered through their own experiences, their own fears, their own limitations. You are not required to justify your journey to spectators. Your validation comes from the alignment you feel within, not the approval you receive from without. Let their words pass like clouds in the sky, observed but not owned. Not every criticism deserves your attention. There is a profound difference between constructive feedback, offered with care to help you grow, and baseless critique, offered to diminish or wound. Learning to discern the two is a superpower. One you water like a precious seed, the other you leave to wither on the vine. You do not need to absorb every arrow fired in your direction. Your peace is your shield. Not every misunderstanding deserves a defense. Sometimes, the need to be seen correctly can become a cage. You can exhaust yourself trying to clarify your intentions to someone who is committed to misunderstanding you. In these moments, silence is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is the quiet confidence of knowing your own heart, trusting your own truth, and releasing the need for external validation. Let your actions over time speak the truth that your words cannot convince them of. Not every invitation deserves your presence. Your time is the currency of your life. Spend it where it accrues interest in the form of joy, connection, and restoration. A no to a draining obligation is a yes to your own well-being. It is a yes to a quiet evening, a meaningful conversation, or the sacred stillness of your own company. Honor your capacity. Protect your energy. Peace often begins where unnecessary reactions end. It is found in the pause, in the breath, in the conscious choice to let go. It is the understanding that your stillness is a source of strength, and your silence is a statement of self-respect. Many people think that strength means always speaking, always proving, always correcting, always winning. But emotionally mature women understand. Silence can be strength. There is a profound and often underestimated power in turning around and walking away. It is not an admission of defeat, nor is it a sign of weakness. On the contrary, walking away can be the ultimate act of strength. It is a conscious decision to preserve your most valuable resource, your energy. It's a quiet declaration that you understand your worth, and you refuse to deplete your spirit in spaces where it is not nourished or in conversations that lead nowhere. It is choosing to invest your presence, your time, and your emotional bandwidth where it will truly matter, where it will foster growth, connection, and joy. This is not about avoidance. It is about strategic alignment with your own well-being. It is the wisdom to know which doors are meant to be closed, so that new, more aligned paths can open before you. In a world that often glorifies the hustle, the argument, and the relentless pursuit of being right, choosing peace can feel like a revolutionary act. But peace is not a passive state you stumble into. It is an active, deliberate choice you make, moment by moment. Choosing peace can be strength. It is the strength to build an internal sanctuary, a calm center that remains unshaken by the storms of external chaos. It is the discipline to curate your environment, your relationships, and your own thoughts to support this inner tranquility. This choice is the foundation of setting healthy boundaries, not as walls to keep others out, but as fences to protect the sacred garden of your own mental and emotional health. Every time you prioritize your calm, you are reinforcing the message to yourself that your inner state is paramount. To cultivate this strength, she has learned to pause. Before reacting, before responding, before diving into the fray, she creates a space for reflection. In this sacred pause, she asks herself a series of grounding questions. She asks, will responding move me closer to peace or further away from it? Will this interaction nourish my spirit, or will it drain it? Is my input truly required here, or am I simply feeding my ego's need for validation? Does this situation deserve my emotional investment? Am I about to act from a place of wisdom, or from a place of wounding? What is the most compassionate response I can offer, both to them and most importantly to myself? If the answer to that first, most vital question is further away, if she senses that engagement will lead to dissonance rather than harmony, she lets it go. She releases the need to correct, to defend, to explain, or to win. She lets go of the rope in the tug of war. This is not apathy, it is liberation. It is the exhale you didn't realize you were waiting to take. It is the unclasping of a fist you didn't know was clenched. Letting go is an acknowledgement that you cannot control the perceptions or actions of others, but you are the absolute sovereign of your own response. It is the ultimate act of taking your power back. She lets it go, with grace and without resentment. She understands a fundamental truth that brings her immense freedom. Not every battle deserves a warrior. Some situations are not mountains to be conquered, but simply clouds to be observed as they pass by. Her energy is reserved for the battles that matter, the fight for her dreams, the protection of her joy, and the cultivation of her peace. And in choosing her battles wisely, she wins the war for her own soul every single day. Every time you choose peace over proving yourself, you become stronger. Together we awaken. Together we rise. Together we radiate. Thank you for being part of the 1012 Collective. Keep becoming.